Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there. I've started again. So I'm going to wait for you to come in. So please come out of that one and come into this one. Yeah, well done. Well done. I don't know what happened there. It went all to pot. I did. Honestly. Me and technology. What we like. Well done. Good morning. Good morning. Come on, good people. Morning now, Claire. Come on, good people. You need to come back. That one's gone off. And so I've reset it. I think you're going to have to come into this one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And to you, Al Claire, as well. Oh, Ellen Campbell. Good morning. Good morning, good people. Just wait a little more minute because I've gone out of the previous one. So if you've gone out, you need to come back into this one, or you need to come back in. I'm not quite sure how it works. Let's do this. We're a little bit late, but we're all right. That's nothing wrong with that, as long as we're together, isn't it? That's the main thing. I'm just waiting for people. I just munched my brown. A very nice one from the co-op it was, as well, yesterday. Still nice. Like a sourdough. Needless to say, I didn't give up bread for Lent. Here we go. We're getting there now. Slowly but surely. Yeah. Good. I'm sorry about that. Good morning again, June Smith and Anne Gamble. Good to see you. Oh, okay. I know. Have you gone out, Pat, and come back in again? Something went terribly wrong at the beginning. Good morning, Sylvia. It's all good. And Judy. How are you doing, Pat? Have you got on? Speak. I know. I'm just waiting. Judith sent it for you, hon. Well done. Good morning. Good morning, good people. I'll put you there because I can see it's a bit brighter in this little bit. So good morning, good people, and welcome to St Paul's Facebook page. It's Sunday. It's the 21st of February, can you believe? And it's 11 o'clock. And it's me, Wendy Murphy, minister at St Paul's, the one down the bottom of Carlton Hill. You know the one, facing Tesco's. And I'm here for a bit of a chin wag. Can someone help Margaret Bowler out, please? She's only got a photograph of as well. So, Judith, can you help Margaret Bowler out? Bless you. Thank you. Morning, Sharon. Again. And morning, Lynn Faulkner. My favourite organist, aren't you? So, that was great, I thought, this morning. Welcome your comments. Please don't be afraid. That's how we go onwards and upwards and forwards. We do. So, yeah. You have to go out of it completely. So if you join me at 11:01, you'll have to come out because I've started again because that seemed the easiest thing to do because I don't know quite what happened. I don't, but so go out and come in, and if there's people, will somebody look at Claire Creswell? That's our Claire. She's my niece. So if you can actually make sure that she's back in as well. Ellen, are you back in? And Hyacinth's here this morning. Yay. That's fabulous. It is. So that's all good. Well, we're getting there now. Morning, Tracy. Good to see you this morning. Well, thank you for pressing your button. But it's nice, isn't it? It is. Made it at last. All right, we haven't started or anything. I'm just waiting, Pat, for people to get back on. Just make sure that... I'm going to say, aren't I? Well, people, if you're not on. But the thing is, they won't know that they're not on, will they? So they just need to come out of that one and come into this one. So if you can all give me a thumbs up that you're actually in this one. Good morning, Lynn Sabin. Then glad you've made it, Pat. That's great. So then, the first Sunday of Lent. Brilliant, Margaret. And good morning, Linda Boschetto again. So that's great, isn't it? That's so good. And you've rejoined too, Hyacinth. That's great. Yeah, we're going up and up now. That's just all great. So we're going to have a bit of a chinwag on the first Sunday of Lent. How you doing then, all of you? Good, I hope. There's signs of hope all around, isn't there, really? I mean, look at the snowdrops, the lovely buds on the trees. As I look out my bedroom window, there's a big tree there and it's got little buds on it, and the snowdrops and crocuses are just about. The daffodils are about like that. They're not being deterred, are they? Not being deterred by the snow and the rain and the cold. Here they come, up through the ground, in spite of the snow and the wind and the rain. They're pushing on up, pushing on through, aren't they? From that dark, dark place. I like that. The skies have been pretty amazing this week, haven't they, as well? And I think to myself, as the song goes, what a wonderful world. Made me think of that part in the Bible. So it's in the New Testament. Jesus is speaking and he's telling the people that they're more precious even than the lilies of the field and the sparrows of the air. Okay. And how great is that? Because I thought, that's not only for then, is it? In Jesus' day. Because we're in Jesus' day now. Because he left his Holy Spirit for us, didn't he? And we've decided to follow him, haven't we? So everything pushes on up and pushes on through. And Jesus said, look at all those lilies. Look at the sparrows, the birds of the air. Are they bothered about today or tomorrow or even the next day? No, they are not. No, they're just pushing on up. They're flying on the wing. Sometimes have to cruise on the wing, don't they? You know, they catch the breeze. There's another thought, isn't it? And it's not only for then, is it? It's for now too, isn't it? And we can choose to be his people now, can't we? If we want. We can choose to read our Bibles. Now, I'm not going to go down the road of choosing again, because we talked a lot about choosing on Wednesday. So you can flick back there if you want to see what we talked about on, or what we shared together on Wednesday. So today, for our 10 o'clock service, we had the lovely Lynn playing for us, and Jeff and I sang. So surely a great way to go. We'd love your feedback on on all of it, really, but particularly the singing, because we think that might be a good way to go. Methinks that there might well be, we could have some more of that, and we could gather to do just that. But let's slowly go. Hello? Pardon? What have you done? I'm sorry, folks. You'll have to bear with me one moment. What have you done to your face? You want...
What's she doing?
I don't know, because Gigi, you keep him amused?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Did you make him allow you? That's why he went for.
Oh, no, he won't do that, will he? Just leave him for... It was 20 minutes. Hey. He'll have to come in, won't he? So...
Something for you.
I know, Isla, and didn't he though? Pat, I'm back. So, it was great to see everybody, wasn't it? I particularly wanted them to Zoom, especially with the songs as well. So, I particularly wanted them to Zoom, and it was just great to see Freya and Isla, Hayley and Jade, of course. Jade always joins us, doesn't she? So, it was really great. Yeah. So, it's all good. Yeah, all good. It makes us feel like a... You know, we're growing, aren't we, as a family? We're growing. We are. You have to come down round here, babe, and come up here, this side, and I will get you up and you can sit with me. Yeah. Yeah. It was just great. So, where was I then? So, I was thinking about, have you had your jabs? Or a jab? Yeah. It doesn't it? It depends where you are in the queue. We should all be vaccinated by July, shouldn't we? Depending on where you're at on the list, isn't it? So, oh, I did have a look. I don't buy newspapers really. Yeah, it was Chick Chick. Show Gigi Chick Chick on there. Take it to Gigi. I was looking, when I went into Tesco's yesterday, the Saturday newspapers, I don't really buy newspapers to be honest, but splashed over all the front pages, wasn't it? Meghan and Harry are having a very tough time of it, aren't they? And I always wonder, do you wonder this? I always wonder why she's first. Did they do Kate and Andrew? I don't know. I don't know. I just thought I'd drop that into the mix. I've no big thoughts on it, to be honest. I just thought I'd drop it into the mix, and I'm not going to comment any further about it. I just thought, bless them. They're always splashed all over, aren't they? Everywhere. We had an excellent sermon from Rod, and I make little notes. Not very many today, but sometimes I make more. I make little notes as I'm going along. I like to have a look at them later, the notes, and think about what the person who I've listened to is saying. And I love that in the first reading of Peter, it was waited patiently. And that's what we're doing, isn't it? If we can, through Lent, we're waiting patiently. And there's that opportunity to follow, isn't there? To follow the way. And to be part of what is going on in that Lenten season, isn't it? So, yeah, I thought it was just, I think we're very blessed with our preachers. They really nail it, don't they? So, oh, I love that. That's lovely, Judith. Lovely to see the children. They are our spring flowers. Yeah, we really do need... We're loving the spring flowers that we've got. But it's got 2 plastic Coke bottles, in case you're wondering what the noise is. Yeah, so they're our spring flowers, our children, aren't they, though? More spring flowers, Lord. More spring flowers, definitely. To go alongside our very lovely spring flowers, because we're all blossoming, aren't we? At different levels, but we're on different ways, but we're all blossoming. So today, if you were reading and following a Lent, it would probably be so it's Jesus being tempted by Satan in the wilderness. Go and show Gigi in the kitchen what you've got. Show Gigi in the kitchen. Can you shout him in, Gigi? Oh, go and get it then and show Gigi. That's it. Good boy. So, it reminds me. So, today we read about Jesus being tempted to never work with children and animals by Satan in the wilderness. I've already said that, haven't I? And in my Christian art, which I'm sharing with you a lot, I know Lynn Faulkner is.
Are you going to help me do the carrots?
Do you want to go and peel some carrots with Gigi?
Can you chop some carrots with me? Come on.
Leave the door open so he can come back. Why don't you go and get a carrot from Gigi? Yay. Thank you. That's brilliant. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely, Anne, that Jade joins because she wants to. I know, and I've really made a real fuss about encouraging the girls because I think it's important, isn't it? But I think they really, really have missed church as well. So, now the noise is gone. In my Christian art this morning, the reading was Jesus being tempted in the wilderness. He was driven, wasn't he, after his baptism, when you've got that real high and then you've got that real low, because now it depends which version you read. Immediately, Mark will say, the Gospel of Mark, and then you might read in a different version, he was driven into the wilderness. He was led into the wilderness. And the Christian art this morning, and I know that Lynn is able to share it. If people want it by email, let me know. It's on Facebook. That's where I got it from. Christian art. There's a picture, and then there's the reading, which is Jesus in the wilderness, and then there's a reflection on the reading. So the lovely guy who does it, I want to share his story with you. So he says, with his reflection, so it reminds me, he says, the Satan tempting Jesus in the wilderness, it reminds me of the story of 3 junior devils coming before Satan as they prepared to visit earth. So you've got Satan up there and you've got the 3 little devils, and obviously they were on a mission to destroy people's souls. So the first junior devil said that he would like to try to trick people by telling them that there is no heaven. And so the big Satan replied that people have a natural hope. Love that. A natural hope, and that this lie would not work very well. So the next junior devil steps up, and he said that he would try to convince people that there is no hell. And the devil responded that, so the bigger devil responded that this wouldn't work either, because every person has a conscience which warns them of hell. So he told the junior devil that this strategy couldn't fool them for very long. So the last junior devil is there, and he's offered his deception. He says, what I'll tell them, he says, I'll say that I'll whisper in people's ear that there is no need to hurry. No need to hurry. Satan loved this plan. Now, the devil knows, right, that we love to put things off. We will start committing tomorrow. We will go to mass or church next week. We will help the homeless in the summer when it's a bit warmer out there, etc., etc. And we procrastinate all these little things. We delay them because we've got other things to do. And certainly for our spiritual lives, not much good for us physically either, but for our spiritual lives, This is really dangerous ground. No need to hurry. So C.S. Lewis was still in the reflection, puts it beautifully. It's like motoring, C.S. Lewis says. Don't wait until the last moment before putting on the brakes, but put them on gently and quietly while the danger is a good way off. Actually, that feels a bit like, well, are we already in or are we not? No, there is no need to hurry. There's no need to crash your gears. There's no need to pull the handbrake on to allow you to stop. There's none of that, because what we need to do is we need to be in that zone that actually helps us to drive and walk in a way that's helpful to us and not jerking about all over the place. So I think for this Christian art today, we have a tendency, don't we, us westernised people, we have a tendency that, I'm sorry this is not very good because I can't do the computer, but I've printed this off. This was the picture. Sometimes it's a beautiful picture. I'm not saying that the artist hasn't done a good job, but actually, these are the three junior devils. Actually, I've just realised you can't see the big devil. Can't see him. They're the three junior devils, right? They're the ones that the big devil, Satan, is telling you, he's training them up. So there they are. And we have a tendency in the Western world to think that the devil actually looks quite like this. And we will always recognise him when he comes to call. Oh, surely those of us that are a bit longer and me, hopefully a bit wiser, know that that is not true, is it? So if we think that when the devil comes to call, we're going to recognise him and he's going to look like that, then, no, because you know as well as I do that he gets to us, each one of us, in different ways, doesn't he? He susses out our weakness and he says, no hurry, slowly, slowly catch a monkey. Not that I'm saying we're all monkeys, of course, not at all. But it's slow and it's subtle and we can be drawn in slowly and subtly. And so we don't know, do we, what is actually really going on until we go to that quiet place, till maybe we are in a wilderness. We have that wilderness moment. Remember that Jesus went through the wilderness. We have that wilderness moment where we can actually take stock of what is actually going on in the slowness and the subtleness. Because we might not even know, if we carry on dashing around, we might not even know what's actually happening. I mean, piddly bits of chocolate, piddly bits of cake, which goes from that to, oh, I've eaten chocolate and I shouldn't have, oh, I've eaten cake, I shouldn't have, to the tormenting of us with the antics and the situations of our family members. It's all in there, isn't it? All in the melting pot, the good, the bad and the ugly. And the devil, who you can't see in that picture, you can only see his trainees. Interesting. I'd not thought about that when I read it earlier. He waits to wreak havoc even on us all and on it all. So, my friends, good folk, let's think slowly about how we're going to choose to do life. A life worth living, a new life worth living in Jesus. As we enter this season of Lent, let us remember that to everything there is a season. Let this season of Lent be your season. Let this season of Lent be your season of Lent. Your season of Lent. A season where you choose more of Jesus, more of reading, more of walking, more of sitting. Everything we see in Jesus' life tells us he knows about all the pain and all the pleasure and all the sadness and all the joy. You've only got to look at that last 3 years of his life to know he knows every emotion. Think of 40 days in the wilderness with hardly any food. Then think of that final verse of that reading. And the angels ministered to him. Great thought, eh? And one I'm going to leave you with. And the angels ministered to him. Great thought. Let the angels minister to you this season of Lent. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay well. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and all those you cannot see at this moment in time. The Lord be gracious to you and give you his peace. And we ask for this blessing in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Amen. And St. Augustine said, God make me good, but not yet. But realised later that this was not an option and that he had to confess this as a sin and to get on with a life in Christ. Fabulous. It's all good, isn't it? So, there's them little junior devils about to create havoc. You can't see the master or the one who thinks is the master. That's why we need all the help from the one master that we follow. Good to be with you, folks. I'm having a big gulp because I've only had one drink this morning and been awake a very long time. You're all very welcome, ladies. Thank you for pressing your buttons. Thank you for staying on and pressing it again. Bless you. Take good care, Marion and Robert, Anne, Tracy, Hyacinth, Linda. Take good care. I'll finish it off then. Any more comments? Oh, there you go. Nice little thumbs up and lots of love hearts. Thank you. Love hearts right back at yous. All of yous, as it were. Thank you. We have great mornings, don't we? They're all very good. Keep us out of mischief, don't they? For a good long while, which is great. Which is great. It's all good. It is. Bless you. So see you Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Be here or be square. and we'll do some more sharing together. It's just great. Thank you. Thank you for joining us at 10 o'clock. Our numbers go up and up each week. It's just incredible. And, you know, it's just great. So 11 o'clock here on Wednesday and 10 o'clock here. 10 o'clock for the Zoom service and 11 o'clock for live. There's something to look forward to, isn't it? There you go. Thank you all for pressing your buttons. I hope you got back on our Claire. I do. Because I bat and press and think, oh, my word. Have a lovely day, good people. And I will see you Wednesday. God bless.